All right, everybody, we're back again with another episode of the Gentlemen's Dialogue. Sitting right here with my right-hand man, Solo Solomon. What's up, my brother?
Hey, I'm good. Happy to get another episode going and talk to the people.
Yes, sir, man. Let's get it all in, man. We got year end coming up, and it's kind of something, we just want to, kind of talk to the fellas about, things that, maybe we can all kind of focus on as we get ready to start a new year. One of the things we typically should try to do is you want to end the year in a way in which you want to bring the next year in. You want to hit the ground running, be real solid and intentional with your actions so that, you can, hit the ground running, and get those things accomplished that you want to accomplish. So, we just figured, we talked to you guys, 5 or 10 minutes just to kind of go over some things that we think that brothers should kind of do to, get prepared for the new year, and also to kind of reflect on, the rest of the year we have, So number one of the things I think we should try to do as men is recognize some of the things that you achieved this year. Look back on some things that you got accomplished, whether you had it as a planned accomplishment or not. But just recognize yourself, pat yourself on the back. If nobody else is going to do it, but you need to pat yourself on the back, for whatever you've accomplished. But also on the flip side, identify things that you didn't achieve. Carry those things over. Don't create a brand new list of things you want to achieve and just forget about the things that you didn't. Add those and build upon those. And sometimes it takes you accomplishing the small things first to kind of get that steam going. And it's just like paying off debt. You take the smallest amount, the smallest bill or credit card, and you say, hey, it may have the highest interest rate, but it has the smallest amount. Hey, you knock that out first, and it gives you a feeling of true accomplishment.
Oh yeah.
Also, be ready to make some big decisions in the new year. We got things.
Yeah, I like that.
We got things coming up. It'll be a political year. A lot of elections, and there'll be some changes. The economy is already changing. Interest rates are still really, really high, which has kind of slowed down the market, the real estate market, as well as the economy. So that's, be ready to make some big decisions. Also, thank the people who made a positive impact on your life.
I like that.
Take a little time to give some kudos to those who were in your corner, and helping you when you needed it, whether it was just an ear, or somebody, just somebody that you could if it was just somebody to talk to, or somebody that actually did something for you, or just that person that's just been there for you. Hey, let them know. Do a good deed, before the year is out. Come up with a couple of things, that put them on paper, something that you can do for somebody that'll change their life. It may not change yours, but the satisfaction that you see is what should make the biggest difference in your life in doing that. Another thing you just need to do, hey, just relax and enjoy yourself. End of the year, going into a new year. Sometimes you just gotta just kick your feet up, relax and reflect. Also, take a look at your financial goals, for the next year. See if there's something that, are you paying for all NBA, all NFL, all major league access, and realize, hey, I could get a Fire Stick and probably cut my bill in, more than half. Take a look at everything you spend money on, your utilities, your cable, your internet. Take a look at all of that stuff. Well, just make a list and say, what am I spending my money on? And next year, out of this list, what can I alleviate to save myself some money, and then take that money and apply those savings to debt. Reduce the debt, or some people would say no, you only the debt. But some of you may not have a whole lot of debt, so maybe you want to take that extra money and invest. You can buy stocks. You can invest with as little as 25 to 30 to 40, 50 bucks a month into a mutual fund with quite a few companies out there that will allow you, as long as you do automatic deductions, you can put that money away. You can also, you got things, you got Cash App. You can even buy stocks with Cash App. You can take 20 bucks and buy a couple of penny stocks, or you can buy something blue chip. You can, but that 20 bucks will buy you a fractional share. You have a lot of people that don't realize that you can buy a fractional share of a stock. You don't have to have the full amount to buy a full share of stock. So if a stock is 500 bucks a share, stock's 150 bucks a share, Amazon stock. You don't have to have $150 to become a part owner or a shareholder in the company. If you just got 30 bucks, you will get $30 worth of share. So that's something, you might want to consider. A lot of people don't really understand that. They think that you have to have, that amount of money. I can't afford 5 shares at 500 bucks. Well, but you can afford a fractional share at $21 or $10 or $15.
Yep.
That money still grows. That company's doing well. That $5 is going to eventually be 10. That 10 is going to be 20. 20 is going to be 30. It will be a gradual growth. So, but yeah, Solo, just a few things, man, I think we ought to, take a look at. And one final thing is, put a schedule down in terms of health.
That's a good point.
Taking care of yourself. Put yourself on some sort of exercise schedule, and not that schedule where everybody says January 1, I'll be working out every single day, and then all of a sudden you realize you're not doing it every day, and then you just kind of fall off. Create something that's very realistic to follow. Hey, I'm going to walk 2 days out of the week, especially when it's cold, getting up and going to that gym Saturday morning and it's 28 degrees is harder than it is getting up on Saturday morning and it's 75. So there are things you can do around your house. If you got stairs, walk your stairs 10 times, do some stretches, do some crunches. If you have a bicycle, get out on your bicycle on a day that might be a little sunny. If you got a stationary bike, ride that stationary bike. Do some jumping jacks. You can get a exercise ball, put it against the wall with your back on it, and you can do squats going up and down on the wall. So there are a lot of things you can do at home, and where you really don't have to go to the gym. So also, we want mental health. We want physical health, and we want financial health. And last but not least, you got to get that spiritual health in there too.
Oh yeah.
So, but yeah, Solo, let's talk about a couple more things then, man.
100%. And to piggyback on what you said is actually where I was going to start. So that's the perfect, I think that was the perfect outro as far as the exercise. With the way things have gone, the price of gym memberships have declined since COVID, so it's a lot more affordable to exercise and do things. And even if you don't go to the gym, if you want to do a home gym, get you some weights. If you have the space, get you an elliptical, something where you can make sure you get your exercise in. And like Steve said, don't get like a 30-day challenge off of Google or something, and then it says, hey, day 1 we're doing like 700 push-ups and 200 sit-ups. Like, just consistency is key. And even I always say, even in business, start small and expand. So even if you're just doing maybe a couple of sets a day of 15 or 20, whatever the case, to
That's
get
right,
you
man.
started, then just be consistent until, you know, you get used to it. And then it's like, okay, well, I think I got 25 in me today, and just keep going with that. So exercise is definitely a big thing. And next to that, as far as the diet's concerned, eat happy foods. And when I say happy foods, I mean foods that promote happiness. They promote endorphins, and it's the hormones, the chemical release that help to relieve stress. It's amazing how much people always say that the cure for a lot of things is in the food.
Yeah,
and
that's right.
when you take a look at the things that you eat, and there's lists all online, but just to highlight some of those things is dark chocolate, whole grain bread, asparagus, honey, and I know a lot of my people are gonna love this one, red wine. So there's things that improve
I got
your
a
mood.
glass right now.
Okay. So, and laughter overall, laughter can reduce stress. It can, you know, it can help reduce the likelihood of a heart attack. There's so many benefits in the simple things. And going into this new year, especially, we have enough of the negative, so we want to reinforce as much positive things as possible, whether it's something small or big. Get rid of unnecessary clutter. If
Man, that's
you
huge. That's huge.
you know, if you have maybe you got some stuff in the basement, or in your closet you got some clothes that you just don't wear anymore.
Hey, have a yard sale and turn that thing into income.
Bam, there you go. There you go. You know, think a way. See, that was perfect. That I was thinking. Yeah, that was I can't even. That was a really good one. Find ways to get rid of the things that you don't need, because you'd be surprised. You know, something that's trash to you could be treasure to someone else, or it might not be of use to you anymore, but someone else would be like, man, I'd love to have that, or I could use it. So you want to, as you bring new things into your life, you want to make sure that you keep a balance between what you're acquiring and getting rid of. Update your resume when you're out on the job search. Well, even if it doesn't even matter, you could have a great job. You could be just fine with where you are, but just keep in mind that, you know, there's always room for improvement, from mental health to where you work or what you got going on. You might have a situation where maybe you've been doing the same job for a while and you just want to see what else is out there. You'd be surprised. You might find something that you like better, or something that you want to look into that may be a little different.
Yeah.
And keeping your resume updated even when you don't need it. It's like they say, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. And life, it's ebbs and flows. So you never know. It's kind of like your insurance in a way. You want to make sure it's up to date, make sure that everything is accurate, and you have the right amount of coverage you need just in case something happens. And also, learn a new skill that can improve your life.
Good. Yeah.
Look into some things that maybe the way the world is changing. We have ChatGPT now. AI is just changing the world, and a lot of things are happening. A lot of jobs are being taken over with AI, but then a lot of jobs are being created as well. So that is definitely creating opportunities for people who maybe you feel stuck in your job, or maybe you're just tired of doing the same thing, or you're just fine and you want to see if there's something else you can add to your skill set. There's a whole lot of new opportunities that's being created today with AI and technology. So learning some new skills, it could not only give your brain the exercise that it needs to stretch and grow a little bit, but you could find something that could work for you, and it could turn out in a big way. A big thing is going into, well, really even before you go into the new year, but just something to keep in mind overall, is to forgive yourself and others. As we just said about letting go of unnecessary things, you let go of unnecessary stress, let go of unnecessary mental baggage. If you fell out with somebody years ago, just let it go. Things happen, people fall out, but holding on to that stress and that hate is not worth it. It's not worth it at all. And
it eats you up.
yes, exactly. It hurts you more than it hurts the person that you're angry at, or even the situation. And forgive yourself, because I make mistakes. I make mistakes all the time. None of us are perfect, and we're always learning and growing. And whenever you might do something that, you might think it turns out one way and it doesn't work, and it really throws you down, and it's like, you know what? At least I tried, because I'd rather try and fail than not try at all. So definitely make sure that you forgive yourself and others. And also stop cursing yourself. When you talk about yourself, you want to be careful with the words that you tell yourself, the phrases that you say about yourself, because as they say, it's power in the tongue. If you sit there and say you're stupid, you're right. But if you sit there and say, you know what, I'm intelligent, I'm motivated, I can do it, you're also right.
You got to speak life.
Exactly.
You have to speak life. And the power of life and death is in the tongue.
Yes.
So,
yes.
If you speak negative, if you speak things that are not feeding you,
yes.
mentally or spiritually, you're going to put yourself in a mental place that's going to be very, very difficult to dig yourself out of.
That is so true. And yeah, that's definitely a good point as well, man, because you want to stay, the goal is to stay as positive as possible, because it's easy to find the negative, but the positive, it's not hard. It's just that you want to make sure that your mind is more focused on positive things versus the negative, because that can affect so many things in your life, and you can draw negative things to you, or you can draw positive things to you. So make sure that you keep a positive attitude, and also unlearn negative learned behavior. And this ties back into doing like a check on yourself. Maybe it might be, it could have been growing up. Maybe you grew up in a loud environment, and the way that you respond to situations is with aggression or anger, or something that, if it's a situation where you get into it with somebody and your first instinct may be to start yelling or to get physically aggressive, then just take some time to unlearn that negative learned behavior.
Yeah.
And just think about it. I mean, it takes time. Just like anything else, Rome wasn't built in a day. But make sure that the goal is to find ways to improve your life and your mental health, because that's so important. Reprogram your mind. Think about the things that you want to do and how you want to get there. Focus on the things that you want to achieve and make a plan. Write out some steps. I always, when I think about it to myself, I write out a plan and I detail it and edit it, and just, another thing too, don't overthink it. So many times when we have ideas and things that we want to do, or even if it's just, it could be something that you're considering doing, you don't want to overthink your plan or whatever's on your mind. Just allow things to flow and it'll come together.
Yep, that's right.
And also, I think, let me see, exercise, have gratitude. I think Steve touched on it earlier. Thank the people who, for whatever reason, whether they're a positive influence on your life, be grateful to others. Even it could be something simple. I couldn't tell you how many times I would have like a bad day, and I would go to like the store or something, and the door greeter at Walmart just smiles at me and says, "Oh, have a nice day." And then my whole mood just changes around. You want to be grateful to others, and also find ways to be an asset to other people. And it doesn't have to be monetary. I mean, it doesn't have to be something big. It could be something simple. Somebody could drop something and, maybe bend down to pick it up. If you're a little bit faster, if you're closer to the item than they are, give somebody a compliment. Shoot, there's so many different ways that you would be surprised at how much of an impact the little things have over a person's life.
Pick an elementary school of your choice. Go take a couple of Starbucks gift cards over for them to buy hot chocolate or coffee or pastry.
I love that.
It's little things like that puts the biggest smile on someone's face. And you just never know what those little things, the difference it makes in someone's life. You never know what someone's going through. You never know if someone is literally on the edge.
Yes.
And literally one step away from doing something that could change their lives in a negative way, as well as those around them. You just never know where someone is. So, hey, pick a school and, hey, take a case of crayons over and some chalk or some paper or some notebooks, something that you can donate to the classrooms for these children. Keep in mind, there are a lot of kids out there that are coming to school every day that don't have a single supply, whether it's pencils, erasers, paper. It doesn't matter. Every little thing that you can give will make a difference in someone's life.
That is so true.
Let's just think about some of the little things you can do. We always think, I think, when it's time to give, I think we always think large scale, but small scale giving also makes a difference as well. There are some things that we can do to just enrich someone's life. Again, pick a school and then make that your school, like maybe twice a year, when school starts, and then maybe, later in the spring, you donate, pick a class that's got some, really, really hardworking children in there. Hey, buy 2 or 3 pizzas for the kids one day. Have a pizza party for the kids. Again, something so simple, but yet it would make a difference. Kids need that. Kids need to see it. I know we're talking about adults and we're talking about things that, that men or black men specifically, we can be doing to improve our lives. But part of our job is helping those that are less fortunate as well.
Yes.
No matter what we're going through, we can still find time to help someone, make a difference in somebody's life. So, hey, we just wanted to talk to you guys for a few minutes. Nothing too long. We just wanted to chop it up with you again and kind of discuss some things that, we need to be trying to accomplish at the end of the year and then going into the new year. Things that just make life, that will help make your life and everyone else's life around you a little bit easier. So,
oh yeah,
hey man, Solo, appreciate you again for another episode, man.
Oh yeah, man, I appreciate you for having me.
Hey man, we're gonna sign off, and think I'll relax for the rest of the day. I'm taking my own advice.
Hey, there you go.
So hey, you guys have enjoy the rest of your week and have a wonderful upcoming weekend and holiday.